The auto show guy with a Studebaker Avanti.
Pretty expensive. You don't want to hear a funny story. I was there were a lot of them put on Avantis, and I was at Avanti Motors in South Bend, and they were cleaning out because they were moving to Ohio or someplace. So they were selling stuff. So I went in. Well, they had a whole pile of these wire wheels, but they were, and so I think I paid $100 for that whole one. And if you look at that one back there, it's got a little rust back behind the first row of wires, but we cleaned them up. Anyhow, you know how much those are?
Well, I'll bet you pay
Almost a grand, huh?
That's a grand a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. My nephew, he'll be here tonight. He's working right now. He loves old cars, but he collected back in the 50s when the Cadillac Eldorados came out. They all had the wire wheels like this, you know. And he started buying these goddamn wheels up. He had this guy in the garage. I'll bet he had 50 or 60. I says, what the hell you just lined up along the wall? I says, what the hell you going to do with this? He says, I'll get some money out of him one of these days. He's picking these things up for nothing. He ended up selling this sucker for $1,000 a piece. Just when the eBay come out, started advertising, people on the West Coast are going to just, yeah. Gee. He was getting them for $25, $50. You know, I don't know which car he's bringing over tonight, but he's
63.
Yeah.
I was going to guess 63, but I
Round
didn't.
headlights tell you
Okay.
63.
All right.
First
Versus,
year.
okay.
And then after that, they went to rectangular.
Now, is this the R2?
R2, yeah.
Is it with the supercharger?
Right.
Okay. Does that make it the supercharged version, the
Yeah.
R2? Okay.
Yeah.
And do you know how many there were made?
Oh, not exactly.
How long have you had it?
Quite a while. I don't know, 15 years at least.
Okay. Did you buy it like this and just
no.
stored it or?
It was Dr. Sanguinary's car.
Dr. Sanguinary's. We're talking about the guy that has the monster movies on. No kidding.
That was the guy. And he'd had it for years. He drove it as his family car. It was gold color, but...
Okay. Originally gold, and then you repainted it?
Well, no. He had painted it green, the color of his skin. So, you know, he made appearances for
with
Jerry's
the car.
Kids and so forth with this, because it was unusual too. So, anyhow, when he died, then I knew where he stored it, and so I checked with him and said, hey, if they get to wanting to sell it or something, I'd like to try. So, long story short, I did get it bought.
Wow. Oh, and how? I'm sorry. How long have you had it? About 15 years.
15, 20 years, I suppose.
And has it taken much upkeep? I mean, obviously you keep it stored.
Yeah, I've got 7 Studebakers, so I got a whole pot full.
You're a big Studi man.
But when I went to buy it, I talked to the widow, and she says, well, I don't know how much it's worth, but my brother tells me that it's a sports car and it's worth a lot. I thought, oh, brother. But the long and short of it, I got an old car price guide and showed her what I thought it was worth and so forth, and got a cashier's check for that amount made out to me and sent all that to her, and then I never heard anything from her for 2 months, and I thought, well, that's gone. And so, but my buddy had the garage where it was stored, and I says, is it gone? And she says, no.
Still there?
I'll know when they take it. So, no. And so, kind of went around, and then finally she called me and said, oh no, she talked to my buddy that owned the garage and says, you know, that fellow that wanted to buy that car, if he's still interested, I'll take his offer.
Oh.
Hooray for that.
You'd already sent the check, so.
Oh, no. I
Oh.
mean, I kept it, but I sent her
Oh.
a copy. And so I gave her the money and took
Okay.
the car home. And
Wow.
it turned out to be not a bad. The body was terrible, but it, you know, it had a chip in the fiberglass
Sure.
and so forth. But
Everything's available for these body-wise, isn't it?
well, fiberglass is
Yeah,
no sweat
it's- yeah.
anyway. So, and the drivetrain was really good. It ran fine and so forth, and so it turned out it was a good deal.
Now, of your Studebaker collection, where does this come in terms of prior? Oh, well, how many did you have before you bought this one?
Oh, I had 4 or 5 before I had it.
Okay, and then you collected another
Yeah,
5 or 10.
sold it a couple. And, I've got 7. and
Okay.
That's more than I can maintain. So
Well, tell us about some of your other Studebakers you have.
I have a 39 Coupe Express, which is a El Camino light.
Right, a Ute.
Yeah,
All right.
and it's not restored yet, but
Wow.
I've got everything. I got new grills for it and so forth. So I've got parts for it,
All right.
and I've got a 38 cab over truck car hauler.
Okay.
It's modified. It's got a 454 Chevy engine.
Oh.
In it. And so forth. So it will go down the road,
Yes.
and it's got a flatbed on the back.
Okay.
So it's kind of a neat vehicle. I'm just about too big to drive it, but other than that, but my son loves it, so he'll drive it wherever I want to go. And let's see, then I've got a 38, 39. I've got a
You got a bullet nose?
no.
No bullet nose.
Well, I have a bullet nose, but it's not a car. I mean, it's the
Oh, hang on the wall. Huh?
yeah. But almost did. I had a 52 hardtop.
Oh,
It was a nice car, and I was going to put the 50 front end on it so that it was a bullet nose with the hardtop. I
okay.
only made that hardtop 1 year, and so it's kind of unique.
Yeah.
But I never got around to it. My partner in the auto parts decided he wanted it, so I sold it to him. So he's got it. It's around.
Starliners, Silverhawks, anything like that?
I've got a 56 Golden Hawk.
Golden Hawk.
Had a Packard engine in it.
Ah,
And
that was the last, I think.
last of the Packards, but
Right.
it was the first
Oh,
Hawk.
this a Hawk. You're right. Yeah.
And then I have a, let's see, what else do I have? 60 Lark convertible.
Lark. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
gotta
and
have a
I've
Lark.
got a 63 Lark.
Ah,
Just got this same engine in it.
that's a 289.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then I've got, let's see, I don't know.
You've lost track.
Yeah.
Now,
That's pretty much what I have.
do you go to a lot of drivers club shows?
Yeah, some of that.
Yeah. Have
When I
they?
get my 56 Golden Hawk is just being put together now, and it's going to be a nice driver. It's got the Hawks had a longer wheelbase, so they rode a little nicer than the Larks.
Okay.
And
Sure.
it's got and with that big engine,
Yeah.
it'll go down the road nice.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. And I put a Chevy 700 R4 automatic in it so that it's got overdrive.
Oh. Did it bolt right up?
Oh no, yeah.
Of course not.
You have to
Bolting up to a Studebaker. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
But there's a guy that makes an adapter.
Oh,
He takes
okay.
the transmission and
All right.
cuts the front of the transmission off and welds up a adapter ring, and so it bolts on.
Okay. You have any plans to show this some more this year?
Oh yeah, once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm old and I don't need, this is non-profitable, so, but once in a while you have fun showing it and visiting with. I hate talking to people, you can tell that.
Well, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you talking to me. I have a little channel on YouTube that I just launched called The Auto Show Guy, so you'll be on that
Great.
if you don't mind.
No problem.
All right, and love the car. Appreciate you talking to me today.
Okay. What's your
Thank you.
name?